Hello, hello, and everyone welcome to Corwin's channel. And here we go with a new game of SpaceHaven. It's a little fun one I like to play. It's indie. It's been through a lot of updates in the Steam shop, but I do say it is probably one of the better, kind of like spaceship building, rogue type kind of a little bit. It's a culmination, I'd say, like kind of like RimWorld and FTL put together, if that makes sense. But with that being said, let's just go ahead and jump into it. Let's go with an abandoned. We'll call this the streaming one. Alright, and abandoned, we got this. And we're going to be going on, do we want to go harsh? Or medium? Let's go medium, I suppose. We don't need that. We don't need scenario hints. We're going to be starting off what looks like to be the basic load. Mediums, rare. And one thing is you got to pay attention to the technologies. These tend to matter a lot, starting with or without. All right, so we got one shotgun, some stuff we're going to go with, and here we go. And once we got that sorted out, we have to pick our crew. Now, looking at the crew, we have 6 to choose from the start. This gives an overall. This is basically a culmination of all their stats put together. Like, there's a few things we have to look out for here. Like, the bridge officers have the gunner, shielding, operations, and navigation. All right, those are the 4 consoles that run the systems of the ship. So you want to have something pretty good, and especially in your gunner and shielding, for obvious reasons. No, well, because it helps you fight. Now, going back over, now look at this, weapon 0. That's real concerning, because a lot of the stuff you do is away missions. Kind of like Star Trek, you beam over, well, you go over in a shuttle and you steal or salvage a bunch of stuff, right? Now, if you don't have any weapon skill, you're pretty much just like, I don't know, the person behind 7-Eleven or doesn't never shot a gun before, and all of a sudden you're in a bad spot. I don't know. That sounds right. But anyways, the operation, shielding, gunner, construction. But the piloting, I'm not really sure what that does, to be honest with you. Mining has to do with how fast you mine rocks out and whatnot. But what we'll do is we're just going to go with a quick, I'm not going to spend too much time really going through this. Now, one things we have to hit on is we have to have our weapons. Now, surrender, -5, 10. Okay. Whoa, you got to go. 15%, you're out the door. I don't care. Research 2, industry is good. Botany is good. Actually, is 59. Surrender, talkative. All this is good enough, really. I take that back. And now we look over to where we have, well, this is taking so long. Research 3, operations, industry. I just got to find somebody with some shielding. And what do you got going on? Oh, you're good. And you're decent. You're my mining, probably, right? Oh, I got another miner. Got another navigator, too. Do I have another gunner? That's what it is. You're the gunner. All right. Navigation, botany, piloting. Don't care about any of that, really. Shield. Okay, good enough. Easy enough. All right. Now, one thing I'd like to do is go through real quick, and let's go ahead and verify. 10%. Peace. No. You tree hugger, peace. You gotta go. No, seriously, during a mission, they start running around with their hands up, and it's just really annoying. You're smart. Okay, that's cool. Good weapons, decent, well, okay weapons, decent accuracy. That'll work. I'm screwed on gunner again. Goodness. Okay. Gunner, 2, weapon 0. Gunner. How can you be a gunner with 0 weapons? I mean, how does that even work? A gourmand? Okay. Okay. You will work, and you get a red shirt because you're an away team. And you have 0 weapons, so you don't. Weapons 1, -25, -25, and you're charming. You get a red shirt. Moving on to weapon 6. Damn, not bad either. Do everybody's better? Another 2 weapons, -30. Okay, Elijah Sheriff. I don't think you're going to cut it there, buddy. But still, it's goodness. I got some pretty good. I got some ballers over here on away teams, man. Okay, you can stay off. I guess I'll just go with you four will work just fine. Let's go ahead and get this started. All right. Boop, boop, boop. All right. One of the few things you want to start off with is go ahead and pause it, right? Start over here in the corner. It's going to be a minute. Go ahead and grow. You want to go with fruits, veggies, nuts, and let's go ahead and go with a nut and a veggie. All right, over here, compost, continuous. Then over here, whole block, we'll just go ahead and go if less than 5. And what this does is, once you use the blocks up here in your inventory, if you get less than an inventory of the number 5, it'll go ahead and produce those for you, or put them in the queue. And if you look here, it shows what you need in order to produce said blocks, okay? Pretty self-explanatory, really. Now, how do you get these components, you may ask? Well, you go over to this one. And this is where I do the same thing. If less than 5. If less than 5. So then I have both of these going on right there. This will be produced out of the raw materials. And the raw, let's go ahead and make this larger so we can see it. As you can see, we are in dire need of some, which is what these are. And we're going to go pick those up in a second once I finish this. Continuous, continuous. This means it is, if we got it, it goes for it. Okay? Water, very important. And this is good for selling stuff, fiber. And that settles this to be started. Then you want to scroll out a bit, then go ahead and pick up all of your minerals and goodies. They're out here. Now this will show you that you picked them, right? Okay, and then you have the typical speed bar things. You got this, where you can order up what you have in your windows and so on, but we'll get through it. So we get that. Now the next thing I do is I select my way team. I click them, then I hold the shift button, then I click and make all 4. Then if you hold the control button and hit 1, you created control group 1. So now all I have to do is hit the 1 key and I have those selected. Now, if you look here on the draft, I'll click this. Now I take active control over those 4 people. All right. Now what I want to do is I want to bring them down here with right clicking, and we'll hit play. Now, what I want to do is look at the skills. Now, their accuracy is 34, which is really, really bad. I did not notice that beforehand. That was a bad call. And, oh, I'm a fool. I forgot. They're in their space suits. When they're in their spacesuit, unless they have the Spacefair tag, everything's halved or decreased to a certain point. Now, George is going to come over, and I'm going to arm him with a pistol. Then I'm going to put him into that craft. Then I have to go over and pretty much just repeat the same with all of them until they all have a weapon. Elijah just sounds like a badass, so let's just give him a shotgun. And we'll put him into the machine, to the shuttle. All right, then Isabel, let's give you a gun. Just because Isabel sounds like a lady who needs a gun. What can I say? All right, gonna fight off the space aliens with a pistol. And Davida sounds Israeli. Maybe is that maybe from watching NCIS? David? I don't know. That's been a long time. I digress. And we'll go ahead and load that up. All right. Once we have that loaded up, let's go ahead and just pause it for a second. And we're going to select the ship. Once you do that, you're going to see how much oxygen's on it, how much crew, and so on. Is it drafted? Yes. Me, the player. Or it would say like Slavers Guild, Pirates, blah, blah, blah. Because they will fly over and board your ship. They are mean like that. So once we select them, then you see the dock button, we hit dock, which brings up a whole different menu. Now, what I always recommend if you're docking on a ship and you haven't been there yet, you want to pick a spot out here where there's a hole in the hull, right? Because if you go here, I'll kind of show you. Now, we hit accept. Now, I just speed up because it's a really slow process if you don't. Once I get there, then I hit play, then I drop them out. Now what you'll notice is here's some alien bugs, right? These are the bad guys. Now, you don't really see anything they can walk on, and they cannot go over the space. They are trapped to their islands. So what you see is my guys can stay here where they can't reach them and just shoot them like fish in a barrel. Okay, let's move a little bit closer to get some better shots off. And during this part, usually I just speed up to ×2. Just watch, it just takes forever. Shoot, 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 shoot. All right, let's just go ahead and move on down here a little bit. Now we're going to sweep around the edge. Let's see, where's he? Oh, okay. Now, you never want to go too far past the door, because if you have them told to go somewhere, they will just walk right past the alien. The alien will be chomping at their leg the whole time. And they'll just keep going to where you tell them. So you go in short bursts, the computer will automatically take over and start shooting. Now, I see the guys going over here. Oh, now this is a stellar find. Now what this does is you can go here and, oh, very unfortunate. That was going to be a new crew member. So, but anyways, I searched the ship. All right. And that's done. Now, when I do that, I can just take him, dock, and move him over here. Then these guys will just wait. Now, what I do is if you undraft them, click the ship, and transfer all the stuff over. Oh, and it says I'm getting called. All right, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and tie it up on this episode, and I'll be back later, and we'll try again. All right, guys. I'll see you soon.